have a job to do, and that's to protect the children, and that's really the goal of this whole unit.
A task force right here in Fargo with a passion for protecting children.
It's something that's becoming increasingly needed across the state. The North Dakota Bureau of Criminal Investigation says in 2016, they took 166 cyber tips to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Last year, they took more than 1,500.
And they say the victims are getting younger and younger. In a Valley News Live exclusive, our Courtney Lockey takes us behind the scenes for a closer look at what law enforcement are up against and what's being done to keep your kids safe. Courtney.
These are people with a dark secret. They're our neighbors, our co-workers, even leaders in our community. Like David George, a former administrator and principal with West Fargo Schools, arrested in October. Or Ryan Barron, a former superintendent and principal with Mid-Coda Schools, arrested in November. And Steve Valla, a beloved car enthusiast from the Northern Valley who shot and killed himself in January of last year when authorities surrounded his home during a child pornography investigation. For the first time ever, we're getting a look at a day in the life of those working to get these people off the streets. It's a story you'll only see here on Valley News Live.
When he approaches his driver's side door, will jump out on him.
Days like this, all too common for the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force.
Yeah, Roger, we got eyes on the south side here.
Taking down a man in West Fargo accused of having child pornography.
We have a job to do, and that's to protect the children, and that's really the goal of this whole unit, is gathering enough people together to go out there and investigate as many cyber tips as we can.
This unit is a pilot program for the North Dakota BCI out of Fargo. Supervisory Special Agent Jim Shaw heads it up. He came here in 2008, and now they have about 9 people in the office working together to track down people who exploit children.
In 2016, just for example, we had 166 tips. In the end of 2023, we had 1,570.
The cyber tips come in from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The BCI used to send them off to affiliate agencies, but they couldn't keep up.
We needed a lot of bodies here.
It's a process that can take anywhere from 1 week to 6 months, meaning our day with the BCI didn't start or end here. It started with Special Agent Jesse Smith.
I'm looking through files, writing search warrants, classifying child pornography, and writing a lot of reports.
The former Ramsey County deputy joined the team in 2010. He's solely responsible for reviewing all of the cyber tips that come in for North Dakota.
We don't want to miss something where we have an active kid being abused or something like that. So it really is a judgment call, and we try to get around to all of them.
Once the search warrant is signed, the team gathers for a briefing.
Rams by the door.
They gear up and hit the road to stake out the suspect. Finally, they move in.
It's going to ruin their life. They're going to have child pornography. They may be involved in molesting or abusing children. And they know this. So when we show up, we try to do it quietly.
The BCI says most of them go like this, willingly and peacefully. And more times than not, they find child porn on them, and they're ready to confess.
It really is an addiction. It'd be someone coming to ask you to change your favorite flavor of ice cream or anything like that. These people have a sexual interest in children, and it's hard for people to change what they like.
From there, the suspect goes to jail, and the BCI goes to their home. Agents in an electronic detecting canine search the place. The more evidence they have, the better the chances in court.
We can't be wrong here. This is going to ruin people's lives. We're very fortunate that we're right just about all the time.
Some counties where our average sentence is over 8 years, and then we have some counties where our average sentence is less than a year. And so what we would love to see is just an equality across the state, holding people accountable.
Talk to me, Goose.
They're working on legislation to help with that, while trying to get more people on their team so they can keep up with all of the cases coming their way.
One of our problems is finding officers in our local agencies that want to investigate these crimes, because you're exposed to the most egregious stuff day in and day out.
The BCI has agents working in Minot, Bismarck, and Fargo. Agent Shaw sees a need in Grand Forks, Dickinson, larger cities.
This is a worthy cause. These people are worth going after.
And the children, worth protecting. We introduced you to 2 agents on the team. There are a lot of important people working alongside them, and they all specialize in different things. For example, they have a polygrapher and an analytics expert. But what happens to the victims? Well, they have someone for that too. Her name is Jill Croney, and she covers the entire eastern half of the state. She connects victims with resources and helps them navigate the judicial system from start to finish.
In today's society, we're very proactive on as far as like the mental health and the trauma, and so we want to make sure that that is all being taken care of. So to reach out, there's plenty of people that want to help and support you and help and guide you through that process. So you should never be ashamed of wanting to better yourself.
Croney says there's a desperate need for victim services in the state, but it is up and coming for law enforcement. She says Fargo Police just added a position similar to hers. Live in studio tonight, Courtney Lockie, Valley News Live.
Thanks, Courtney. And another way the task force is working to keep your kids safe, they're going into schools to educate children about internet safety.